Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Today is actually going to be a continuation of a series I currently have going on, which is Would I Buy These Palettes Again? And today we're going to be talking about my Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow quads. So I've already done this with my Natasha Denona palettes. I've done this with my Natasha Denona minis. I'm currently working on my Pat McGrath palettes as well, but I'm not quite ready to film with that one yet. So I decided we'll go into my Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow quads. The very first quad is the Luxury Palette of Pops. So this one I actually received in a mystery box. It's really very pretty, but at the same time it is just for shimmery shadows, and typically I do like to have some sort of matte shadow in there as well. I do prefer to have a matte shadow in the crease. I just don't typically prefer to create an all shimmer look. This does end up creating a very pretty look on its own, but I just personally prefer to have some sort of matte. I could always use a bronzer, but for me, when I'm determining the value of some of my palettes, one of the biggest things is I don't want to have to reach into another palette. You totally can. Some people don't mind that at all. For me, having to reach into another palette kind of takes some of the value away from the current option. So I would not purchase this one again. I think it's very pretty. I think it has a place, but it's for shimmery shades. So for that reason, I would not purchase this again. It's just not something I reach for that often because I don't want to have to reach for multiple things. I'm also trying not to talk too much about the price of these quads. I think anybody who has purchased a Charlotte Tilbury quad can agree that they are definitely overpriced. These retail for about $55 US or 70 Canadian, and that is for 4 shades. So I think we can all agree they're all way too expensive for that. So I'm just focusing on the overall concept, the quality, the color story, things like that. So the next quad is the Walk of No Shame quad. This one I definitely got in a mystery box, I think. And this one is really very pretty as well. It has these 2 more satin shades over here. You have a shimmer and then you have more of that prime shade, which is kind of like a satin champagne. So I do think this one is pretty, but I don't think I would purchase it again because these shades do pull a little more red, and that's just not a color I prefer on my eyes. The pinky reds that I have going on today is pretty much the most red I will ever have on my eyes. I would not repurchase this. I just don't love the way that they pull a little bit red. I think this is pretty, and I think on a different skin tone this would be beautiful. It's not the most flattering for me personally. The next quad is actually one of her holiday releases. This is the Cosmic Pearl quad. So I love the packaging on this collection. When she came out with it, I thought it was absolutely beautiful. And this one is interesting because we have a matte here, we have a satin, we have that shimmery prime shade right here, and then we have this more baked formula that's in some of her quads. And this is like that blue brown shift. It was supposed to be like a duochrome shade. In photos, that shade looked very purple. A lot of us, I think, were very excited to see a purple from Charlotte Tilbury, but instead it's like this blue, brown, purple that can easily make you look tired because it reminds me a lot of that blue that you get in the corner of the eyes, maybe underneath a little bit when you're a little too tired. I think all that shade does is enhance that. So I do not love this quad. I was really disappointed in this one. So that being said, I would not purchase this one again. I think it's been discontinued. I don't think you can get these anymore, but I would not purchase it again because, again, it's just not very flattering. At the same time as Cosmic Pearl, she also released Celestial Pearl. So again, in this beautiful packaging. This one is beautiful, and I think you can tell this has been pretty well loved. You do get this more satiny brown here. The prime shade in here is a little bit more shimmery, and it's like a light pink. Then you get this really pretty champagne gold shimmer here, and then you do get one of those baked duochrome shades, but this one is like a pink to a gold, so it's actually really beautiful. So that's what this one looks like. So you can see definitely much more flattering than the one in Cosmic Pearl. I think this one is absolutely stunning. I love the glow that this gives to the eyes. It ends up being a very simple look, but a very beautiful, glowy, ethereal kind of look. It's absolutely stunning. I think this quad is beautiful. This is one of my absolute favorites, and this is one that I would definitely purchase again if I was able, because This color story is beautiful. The formula works beautifully, and the outer packaging is stunning. So I would definitely purchase this one again. I think that's the first one I've said that about. Okay, next we have Pillow Talk Dreams. And this one I believe came out last year, the year before. And so this is supposed to be like a deeper version of the original Pillow Talk quad. So you do get 2 mattes over here, you get a prime shade, you get your pop shade down here. This is beautiful. So this one definitely does pull a bit warmer as well. This one has a lot more depth to it than the original Pillow Talk, but it does have some warmth. So it is really flattering on blue eyes, for example, but it's just really beautiful, very easy to work with. This one is beautiful if you have a deeper skin tone and Pillow Talk was just far too light. This one is absolutely perfect. I would purchase this again. I found this absolutely gorgeous. This is probably one of my top favorite quads from Charlotte. I just love this color story. I love that you can achieve some depth, but you get a beautiful shine. It's such an easy look to create. You don't even have to think about it. I really do enjoy this quad. Next, I have the original Pillow Talk. So this one is supposed to be like a staple, and it is. It is very pretty. And this one I'm actually having a hard time figuring out whether I would purchase this again because it is beautiful. I love the shades. Once again, very easy to look at it, know exactly what you want to do and create a look. This one is definitely going to work better for those more fair skin tones because even these mattes are quite fair. This brown here really doesn't create much depth, but the palette itself is absolutely stunning. That being said, while this is a beautiful color story, it works very well for me. It kind of is my perfect color story. I can create a very, very similar look with many other palettes, and quite honestly, I do wish there was a little bit more depth that could be created with this one. I don't think I would purchase this again. It's beautiful. I don't think I would purchase it again. I'm shocked, but I don't think I would. I just think Pillow Talk Dreams offers a lot more than the original Pillow Talk, so I would probably go with that one. Next, we have actually the newest quad, which is the Queen of Luck, and this one is also very beautiful. This is quite similar to Celestial Pearl though. So over here we have Celestial Pearl, we have Queen of Luck. You can see they're quite similar. Queen of Luck does have that matte, whereas over here it's more of a satin. That's the main difference there. I find that Celestial Pearl does have a little bit more pink to it, but otherwise they are very, very similar. I love this quad. I tried it out, I believe, right before Christmas. I absolutely love it. I think it's absolutely stunning. I love that it's a beautiful, easy, everyday quad, easy to reach for. I love the glow that it gives to the eyes. It just looks so beautiful and ethereal. Very, very similar to my feelings on Celestial Pearl. I also like that you get a matte in here as opposed to that satin that's in Celestial Pearl. However, I definitely do not need both. I already said I would keep Celestial Pearl because I like that it has a little bit more of a pink to it. I like the packaging better. So I think for that reason, I would not repurchase this one because I have Celestial Pearl. If I was unable to purchase Celestial Pearl again, I would repurchase this. But overall, because I have the other one and I do prefer it just a little bit over this and they're so similar, I would not purchase this one again. Okay, that was kind of hard. And the very last one is the Hollywood Flawless Eye Filter in Star Aura. So I think these also have been discontinued. This is a beautiful color story. This is all 4 shades and that baked formula that she sometimes has. This color story is stunning. I don't think you get a ton of depth with it, but it is a beautiful color story. That being said, they are all this sort of baked satin formula, and I don't love that formula as much. I think it's nice, but I just don't love it as much. So I do think that I probably would not purchase this again. And that makes me sad because I think now I only have 2 or 3 quads from Charlotte that I would repurchase of all the ones I had. It's not that they're bad quality, honestly. The quality is great. It's just that, I mean, price aside, when I look at my collection as a whole, and which ones I actually reach for, Queen of Luck, Celestial Pearl, Pillow Talk Dreams, those are the ones I reach for. The other ones I don't. I just know my specific preferences, which are I like to have a matte. I like to be able to create a full look with one palette. I don't like to have to bring anything else in. Knowing my preferences the way that I do, I really wouldn't purchase a lot of these again. That being said, I'll keep repurchasing her quads because I love Charlotte Tilbury. I try to review everything she comes out with. She's one of my very favorite makeup brands, so I will keep reviewing her products. But it's kind of surprising to me that I honestly, when I really think about it, I would not repurchase a lot of her palettes. But that is it for me today. Thank you so very much for watching. Let me know if there are other parts of my collection like this that you would like to see me do this series with. Let me know. I love hearing from you guys so much. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. I do upload at least 3 new videos every single week. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!